What's up, movie crew? Welcome to the final night of 31 Nights of Horror. We have made it to the end. Now, originally, I wanted the last movie of this to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because that is my favorite horror movie ever. It's the one I enjoy the most. It's the one that just, I don't know, something about that movie just fascinated me more than some of the other ones. Well, local theater was playing it for a special screening for Halloween. So I didn't save that one for now because I saw it in theaters and decided to make that the premiere of Let's Rewatch. So I decided to go with The Omen. Now, you're probably wondering, why did I pick The Omen over all the other classics that are out there? Because when I was a kid, I can say that there were definitely some horror movies that scared me. Oddly enough, the one that scared me the most as a kid was Jaws. Say whatever you want on that one. But this is one that scared me when I got older. I did not sleep for a night. I watched this and then I was up all day. I did not go to bed that night. I was up until the next night. So, Robert is informed that his wife, Kathy, their child didn't make it. But he is informed that there was a mom who died giving birth, and that child is still alive. So, Robert agreed to take a child that they named Damien. Very, very little is known about Damien's birth mother. And on his 5th birthday, that's when things go crazy. The very first thing that happens, it gives you a sign that things are about to go bad. Damien's nanny, on his birthday, at his birthday party, kills herself in front of a group of 5-year-olds and says, "Damien, this is all for you," and then jumps off the roof with a noose on her neck. Every time that someone tries to warn Robert and Kathy that Damien is not who they think he is, something happens to them. And eventually someone is able to point out to Robert that they believe that Damien is the Antichrist. And now, the thing that Robert has to do is end Damien before Damien realizes his prophecy. This movie scared the crap out of me when I was younger. And having rewatched it, this is the first time I've watched it in a few years. It didn't scare me like it did when I was younger, but it is very much an unnerving movie. When you realize every time something happens or someone realizes something's off with Damien, they get killed. It's like there are powers that be that are trying to make sure that Damien fulfills his prophecy as the Antichrist and to bring doom upon earth. That is some freaky stuff. Now, one of the things I do want to point out, there's 2 scenes in this movie specifically that everyone always says are the most chilling. The first one being when Damien's on his tricycle after being watched by the new nanny, Mrs. Baylock, who you find out is pretty much part of some occult or something. She knows who Damien is and is trying to make sure that he fulfills his prophecy. Lets him out while he's on his trike and runs his mom off the banister, and she miscarries her actual child. And the other one you've probably seen on the box art. In this case, it's the back of the Scream Factory Blu-ray. Damien at the cemetery. Now, while both of those are very creepy, I would like to point out that those are not the two scenes that got me the most. First one for me was when Ms. Baylock kills Kathy. Like, you can tell throughout the movie something's off with this nanny because neither of the Thorns hired her. She's like, oh, the agency sent me. And they just go, okay, but something's still off. And throughout the movie, you see more and more that she's one of the people that's trying to make sure Damien fulfills his prophecy. And seeing her and seeing the look on Kathy's face before Ms. Baylock throws her out of the window of a hospital says everything. The other one that really gets me is when Robert has now fully seen it for himself, 100% proof that Damien is indeed the Antichrist. He takes Damien to a church with the knives of Megiddo to kill him. He's holding Damien down. He's got a knife in his hand. And you've got Damien screaming, please, Daddy, no! Like, you know all this stuff that's been happening because of this little kid. And him saying that just sent chills down my spine. But I will say, definitely next to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, this is one of my favorite horror films. Oddly enough, the director, Richard Donner, went on to make Superman after this. Huge difference in movies there. But that's also been something we have seen over the years. We have seen a lot of people direct a horror film and then go on to make a superhero movie. But that is why The Omen is probably one of the creepiest movies for me personally. This is The Omen from the Scream Factory box set. Now that Fox is owned by Disney, Disney did re-release the Omen trilogy set that's got, actually I think it's got 4 movies. It's got 1, 2, 3, and the remake. They now have that out in better packaging than the box that Fox put out a few years ago. So check that out. And check out The Omen if you have not seen it. It is definitely one of the creepiest movies I've ever seen personally. But that's going to do it for this one. If you were new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. You like what you see? Leave a thumbs up. Comment down below, where does The Omen rank on your list of horror films? But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all for watching and tune in next time.